Good morning and welcome to G's T. Gisson Sunday Talkback. You're tuned to Channel 3 and I'm Ray Martinez. In the studio today I have a local pig herder. Welcome, Mr. Trotter. Would you like to share with our listeners the terrible shock you received just yesterday?
Well, thank you, Ray. I'm still recovering from the whole experience. It was early when we went to check on our herd of pigs up on the hill overlooking Lake Galilee. I was being very careful because I knew that I would be going close to where Lots lived. If you could call it living.
What do you mean to where Lots lived?
Oh, you don't live around here, or you'd know about Lots. He's a man from our village who is really scary. He lives out in the graveyard at the cemetery. He looks really creepy, wears no clothes, cuts himself with rocks, and he yells out these terrifying things to people who go near him.
He does sound frightening. Please go on.
We tried to help him from hurting himself by putting him in chains, but he has so much strength that seems to come from a force within him that he always breaks free. If you saw him, he looks like he has a war going on inside him. At least that's how he was.
What do you mean was? What happened? Did you see him?
Well, yes, I saw him. I was walking with my mate when we saw Lots charge down the hill towards a fishing boat that had pulled into shore. We thought this is going to be a bit of fun because they didn't know what to expect. Then Lots ran right up to them and threw himself down onto his knees in front of their leader and shouted at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? Swear to God you won't torture me."
It sounds like this Jesus had some special power or authority.
Yes, well, Jesus didn't seem scared at all. It was like he was in total control. He asked Lots what his name was, and he replied, "My name is Legion, for we are many."
Please go on.
It didn't make sense to me, because he begged Jesus again and again not to send them out of the area. It was then that I realized it must have been evil spirits within Lots that were doing the talking.
Very strange. What happened next?
Well, you won't believe it, but that's when Lots said, "Send us among the pigs." He pointed up towards us. Jesus gave what must have been the spirits permission to leave. That's when it happened. It's still unbelievable.
What do you mean?
A pig stampede. I mean, all our pigs charged down the hill, as if they were crazy, straight over the cliff, and into the lake. I tell you, I saw it with my own eyes. 2,000 pigs all drowned.
Did you go and confront this man Jesus about losing your herd?
No, we were too shaken. We just ran back to town, and told everyone what had happened. They all wanted to see for themselves what this Jesus was like, but when we got back there we were faced with an even greater shock.
But wait, there's more?
When we arrived, there was Lots sitting quietly with Jesus. No screaming, dribbling, cutting, just still, with clothes on. It was truly amazing. He seemed normal-like. We begged Jesus and his followers to leave. This was more than we could cope with. Lots wanted to hop in the boat and go with Jesus, but Jesus told him plainly to go home and tell everyone he had changed. We could certainly see that.
Well, we sometimes say that pigs might fly, but all you've told us sounds incredible. Thank you for your time, sir. We cross back now to our weather crew, who will report that all is calm after that wild storm last night on the lake. Good night, everyone.